Hey everybody, I'm so sorry that I have been ghost, but the problem has been motivation. And that's going to be what we talk about today is staying motivated. I mean, we're definitely having the worst time in history for myself. And I'm sure those of you who are younger than me, same thing. Maybe people older have had and seen more difficult times, but for sure this has been one of those times. Oh yeah, by the way, remember I was telling you last week about my little um my see what I'm saying? I can't even remember what I what I'm going to say. And I'm so used to talking off the cuff, so it's not unusual for me to be unscripted, but that is my laser, my Freestyle Libre that takes my blood sugar. And we talked about that last time. But anyway, one of the things that I'm definitely talking about today is staying motivated, because a lot of times it's easy to talk about things to help you get past them. So that's kind of like how I feel. It's been very difficult to stay motivated because I have been tired. I think it was a lack of vitamin D from the sun, and making sure that I'm getting those nutrients. Some people have the ability to go outside and sit in their yard. I mean, and I can go outside as well, but my setup is a little bit different than most. So unfortunately, I'm not able to go out and sit on the lawn. But I am going to make changes so that I start doing a little more things to get a little more motivated, and so I can get those nutrients that I need from the sun so that I can stay awake. Because I'm pretty sure that's what the problem is. Stop that, kitty. He's always kitty. No. So sorry, y'all. Anywho, he's always grabbing at dangling things. Of course, he's a kitty. But one of the things that I wanted to emphasize is what are some of the things that we can do to stay motivated. One thing that's really cool that I thought about is if you write things down. I bought a planner, and it's really awesome because my planner allows me to use little stickers and different things like that. So I bought what I feel like I would use that would make me become more engaged. So one of the things was writing things down. So the day before, I'll write down in a positive way, I am going to blah blah blah. And one of the things that I recently did was I purchased this yoga video because I want to get things right, and feel comfortable, especially as we get are being told that we can't go out and be more active. You got to find ways to stay active and to keep your body not only in shape but agile. So that's one of the things that I enjoy doing. And what I really like about that, to kind of keep motivated with that and to stay on task with the yoga, is that I have a space that I don't even change. In other words, I've cleared a space in my living room, and it has my yoga mat. It has my foam roller, a pillow. I have a little ottoman or a chair close, so if I need that for support, I can use that. But these are the things that I have done to make sure that I stay in a mode, because it's so easy to say, oh, I'm not going to do that because I got to get this done and this done and this done. But if it stays like that, you don't have any excuse. That's like my little filming station. I keep it all set up so that I don't have to worry about setting it up. But at the same time, I have been very unmotivated because I feel like I guess, like I was saying, is if I don't have the nutrients, so vitamin D, that's Ozzy again. Ozzy's always into something. If I don't have vitamin D, I know for me, being a diabetic, being having type 2 diabetes, a lot of times when your sugars get berserk, they strip you from a lot of nutrients, potassium, vitamin D, some other nutrients that you can be stripped from. And of course, you will learn this by getting your labs done on a regular basis. And my labs are very good, but I do know that as I'm working on a more formatted or solid regime with my diabetes, so it's not going up and down, up and down, up and down, but I'm keeping it straight then it strips you a little bit of some of those nutrients, and vitamin D is one of them. So one of the things that I get, and I'll put that on my website, is some vitamin D with, I think, 3,000 IUs or something like that. But I'll put it on my website so that you all can click the link and purchase it if you feel you are having problems being awake, staying awake like I am. But anywho, I take the vitamin D. I also take Sophie. Sophie is awesome iron for females, and it doesn't have adverse effects on your system. So if you have taken iron in the past and have had problems with constipation, you would not have problems with that with this. And this has been recommended by my gynecologist. So men, I'm not sure what you could use, but I know that there's something out there, and I'll look for it so that way next time I can share with you on that. But for the most part, staying motivated. Couple of things, as I've mentioned, I like to write things down. If you write it down, and I have to buy something special, I mean, maybe you go to the Dollar Tree, my favorite store, and buy something special so that you use for your writing down. I actually went out and I purchased a planner, and the planner has so much information and so many details of how I can actually stay on top of things and keep things listed. Like, it has stickers, it has frills and lace, basically. It has pages where I can just write things on a line. It has boxes for the calendar, for the date, where I can write it on the date. So whatever works, whatever floats your boat. But the most important thing about this is that it's huge to stay motivated during this time. I kind of feel like a cross between spiritual warfare and governmental warfare, and I can't say that there's much difference, but I feel like that's a whole different topic. I say that because, you know, those of us that are spiritual, you know, and read the Bible and believe the Bible, you know, the Bible has different things that it talks about, and different prophecies that it has made in terms of how things would be. Sorry about my hair, it's a little fly away, but I didn't want to do a wig today, so I was just like, let me, you know, blow dry and flat iron. Anywho, so with that being said, whatever your thoughts are, however you feel about what you feel, the next thing that I think is important, and is really number one, but there's no special order in the way that I'm listing these things. I think I'm going to have like 10 things that I'm going to share with you. But prayer or / meditation, whatever you do. I know I hear some people meditate, but to me, to be honest, I think they're one and the same. I think it's just the verbiage that you choose to use. But I think it's extremely important that we stay prayed up, motivated, and stay, you know, meditate on things that we know are positive, great energy forces, positive people, positive things. Yesterday was my sister's birthday. So cute. We all got on Zoom and we did a virtual birthday party. We had our drinks and we turned up. I had no liquor. Everybody else had liquor. I don't know what that's saying about them or me. I don't know. But I did have some Dasani water in a Starbucks cup, and I cheered with that. And for the most part, we had a great time, and I was really happy because a lot of times we're all going through different things at different times. So it takes just a smidge to make someone happy, and I felt that we accomplished that with my sister. So again, shout out to all the girls, and happy birthday again to my sister and my niece. Her birthday, my sister's daughter. My sister has a daughter and I have a son. So cool. It's so awesome because my family was full of women, but my son, and now my son has a son, and my niece has a daughter. So it's really kind of cool. Anyway, that we're glammy Grammys, and not only that, but we are very family oriented. We get on each other's nerves. We're very emotional, very feeling. Most of us are Pisces, which is hilarious, but others Taurus and Aquarius. So with all that being said, we do a lot of fun things when we can. To be honest, we were supposed to be in Vegas this week, But as things started to evolve with the carnivorous, we were unable to go, and rightfully so, because we're all a little more seasoned, and because we do have things that may make us a little more at risk. I mean, I had to cancel flights. I was going to go visit my family in North Carolina, but I could not do it. I wasn't comfortable. Now, don't get me wrong. Speaking in light of energies, I do not, how can I say this? I believe that this coronavirus is real. That's one thing that we have got to really horn in on. This is real. It's happening. How is it happening? How is it sprinkling out there? Not sure. But the reality is it's real. It's real. So I don't want to put myself out there any more than I need to be. But at the same time, I am going berserk in the house, trying to figure out what to do besides take a nap. And I think that's where my lack of motivation has come in, because I will lay down, but then I'm sore. My body is sore on the side, because I'm a side sleeper. So I'm turning on the left, turning on the right. So I'm just trying to find things to be motivated. I decided to take a couple of classes that would allow me to kind of pad my income, because for the most part, as I mentioned before, I did a lot of consulting work where I would be deployed from state to state. But I decided, okay, well, I need to figure something out. I need to find out what I can do to make sure that if I need to, I have some income to pad. Because in the meantime, I'm not Ubering. I did pick up Amazon Flex, which I'm not sure if they're still open. But if some of you in your city and state need extra work, Amazon Flex, obviously there's a lot of good, bad, and ugly with that, but it's great. I enjoy doing it. It's usually anywhere from 2 to 3 hours that we are actually delivering packages or whatever. Oh God. So in LA, I will share with you that the homeless people, they are outside all the time, not necessarily in my neighborhood, but they can just be walking around or whatever, and they make a lot of noise. So I apologize for whatever noise is going on, and no disrespect to the homeless people. I wish y'all much love and hope that a lot of you are getting the treatment that you need, or whatever, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, monetarily, so on and so forth. But just to tell you guys what's going on in my background. But anyway, back to what I was saying. We definitely want to make sure that whatever we can do to keep ourselves motivated for this time that we're kind of quarantined into the house, we want to do. I see people out walking and riding their bike and stuff like that, but I don't have a bike, but I can walk. And I just, like I said, I get a little, I'm a homebody anyway. When I have to go out and do venues or events and things like that, I mean, I get into a whole different mood and mode. But when I don't have to, I stay at home. But I took up a class, and this class is going to help me do some things that I can do from home with the medical field, which is something I've been in for 15 years or longer. So anyway, think about that as well. Think about something you can do from home. I know that a lot of companies have been making concessions for their employees so that you're able to actually work from home. For those of you who are not already remote, you can do some remote work. But with all that being said, that's to pray and or meditate. And the third thing is that if you have a lot of things and chores and a list of things and you find yourself overwhelmed, don't be afraid to allocate those things. I think the characteristics of a control freak is not being able to allocate things and responsibilities to other people to help them. So asking for help is huge. You want to make sure that you ask for help. All right, Ozzy has to be in the picture. I don't know if he's going to come over here and get in my lap, but again, he's always trying to come on. He's always trying to come over here. Now, usually if he hears music, he likes to come over here, Ozzy cat. I like to make up stuff. I guess that's a part of being quarantined. Just start making up stuff. But anyway, Don't be afraid to allocate things to people. I think it's huge. It's important to our emotional health to make sure that we maintain that support system, okay, if you will. The other things that I wanted to bring out that are very helpful when it comes down to staying motivated is speak in the positive. I will exercise tomorrow. I will cook my meals for 7 days. I will do my homework. I will. I will be positive, because the most important thing about staying motivated is being positive, right? You have to be positive, because if you're not positive, you're negative. And if you're negative, you're not staying motivated. So make sure that you speak in a positive sense so that you're able to manifest these things. Oh, there he is. You see him? Here he comes. He's just nosy. And he is a black cat. He's an all black cat. He is so pretty. He has a black nose. He has black paws. He has green eyes. And he's hilarious. But anyway, I have friends that don't really love me anymore because they don't like cats, and or they may not be coming to visit. So I had to make the best choice for me, girl. You know who you are. Anyway, but I still love her. At least I can go to her house, I think. Okay. Once we get past the carnivorous. But there he goes, knocking stuff down. So sorry, y'all. And you can't, like with cats, you cannot put them somewhere until you're done with what you need to do. They kind of run stuff, and they're very he's still a baby. He's like 4 months. And one of the things I wanted to tell you about Ozzy, and I know I'm getting off topic, so I'm sorry, is I feel like things happen for a reason, and you get a blessing. It's a blessing. I lost my little Westie Ziggy in November. Long story. Not sure what happened, but he died. And Ziggy has been in our family for years. I mean, literally. So it was overwhelming to me the way that they explained how he died, because I always took him to the vet. He was very healthy, and he traveled with me quite a bit, all the time. Everywhere I went, he would go. But at any rate, I decided that I was going to look into adoption, because in California it's huge to adopt. I think one common place is Vanderpump Dogs, which is from the Beverly Hills Housewives. Lisa Vanderpump has. She's big on talking about adoption and there goes my glasses, and other things. But anyway, I say that because I thought, okay, well, why don't I adopt? Why don't I look into that? So I actually went on Craigslist first, because I felt like I was just trying all my resources. Found a girl who texted me back and told me that she had found some kittens in her alley, and that she was basically nurturing them to health because they were kind of abandoned, blah, 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 blah. But we kept in touch for a couple of, I want to say a month and a half or two. And then next thing you know, it was time for her to bring, her and her boyfriend to bring him to me. And I was really nervous and excited at the same time. But I felt like it was the best decision I could have made, because he needed a home and I needed a companion. So I'm really excited. He's very playful, very loving. Oh, he's so lovable. I have scratches that are kind of superficial. Thank goodness they're not too deep, because when you do get kittens, they are very affectionate, and the way they show affection is biting and scratching. I guess because if they were playing with another cat, they would be able to do that, but they don't know I'm not a cat. He just knows that I feed him and I'm here for him, blah, blah, blah. But he's learning, and he's getting to the point now where he will keep his claws in if he jumps on me and stuff. So anywho, just thought I would share that with you to adopt if you are looking for pets. But you really have to do your due diligence in that. You don't want to just pick up the first animal, because you don't know what they've come from, and you have to be willing to help them overcome some of the things that they may be a fear to them. So anyway, with that being said, a whole nother topic, like I stated. But again, my channel is with me, and I can talk about anything for hours, but I'm trying to stay on topic about staying motivated. Another thing is you may find that when you do get your money or what have you, that you have to be a little more frugal than normally. So at that time, one good thing is to pay yourself. This is one thing that I think helps you to stay motivated. If you get $100 and you have $20 worth of bills, yeah, right. So you have $80 left over. You want to put 50 into your account for the next time you have a bill, and maybe 30 into an account so that you save that for you and use that for your time, for entertaining or buying a shirt or whatever it is that makes you happy, because you want to be able to go to a place or a resource where you're not asking somebody for something or borrowing something, but you're able to take care of your own needs, and you're able to satisfy things and be happy and enjoy your time, a new shirt or whatever. So that's another thing. The other thing is to, like I mentioned before, is that if you are a person who enjoys being with other people, make sure you communicate with your family and friends, FaceTime or Zoom. Zoom is becoming a very popular app. I really like it because I have even been able to attend my Christian meetings there. The key to being able to view things. I mean, if you're the initiator, is you actually set the meeting up. I think it allows you 45 minutes of time, and you could just have a family reunion. I mean, everybody could cook a dish and everybody can show what they cooked or what have you. I don't know, just think it off the cuff here. But whatever it is that you think would make you happy, I feel like you need to try to think of those things to help keep you motivated. The other thing is I, have been working on my music. I am shopping for beats. I'm very particular about my beats. Sometimes they've been very expensive, but right now, obviously, I'm being very conservative, so I can't spend a lot like I have in the past. So I don't know if anybody's out there listening and you have some beats, let me know. I would love to hear them and kind of go from there. But I'm writing. Writing gives me great pleasure. There were some things that I discovered about myself as far as even when I sing. I've always been very soulful, do a lot of runs and very off the cuff and what have you. And I noticed that with my recent songs, I like them and I think I did a great job, but they were too polished. And those are going to be some of the things that I work on. But I found out that I was so polished because when I lost my mom, I did not want to feel again. And it's deep, deep, deep. I felt like losing her made me feel like I could not allow myself to feel, because feeling the loss of her was so deep and so painful. So in some of my songs, I will be writing and I will be getting through that. And I hope in the more of the songs to come, the times to come and whatnot, that my songs get better and better and I evolve better and better and better. I mean, like, I used to sing every day, at which point you have this comfort level when you sing and you're just like, shoot, I can hit any note, I can do any run, I can do this and do that. And I still feel that way, but I do feel that my songs were too polished, and I'm open to honesty. I love when people are honest with me and keep it real with me. And I hope that all of you will follow me and continue to support me so that you will see my evolution, which brings me to my next album called The Evolution of Dina Marie. So I'm working on that now. But for the most part, I have my SoundCloud. I do post some things on my social media, but mainly they're branding things. But I have never been one to just sing. Again, everything comes with a sense of security and a sense of confidence. And it's not that I lack confidence in being able to sing. It's just that there are certain things that I have to get back to, and that's all it is to it. So writing is important for me to stay motivated. Again, if you don't have an exercise regime, exercise is beautiful. It releases endorphins. It helps you to get yourself, back into a place where you feel like you're using up some energy and you're gaining some energy. So I do yoga 3 times a week. I make it a habit to put it in my notes the night before of what I'm going to do the next day. So yesterday, for instance, I had intended to get on here and speak with you all, but I didn't make it. I got my makeup on, got my hair done, got everything in place. And then I was like, I need a nap. So sad. So anyway, I fell asleep, and then I kept telling myself I was going to get back up. So I fell asleep with my makeup on and bent my little eyelash a little bit. So this eye is looking a little kooky. But anywho, got up in the middle of the night, and that's one of the things that I think is a huge issue for me is I wake up different intervals at night. Not sure what that's about, but working on some things that will help me to not do that. But anywho, I drink a lot of coffee, teas, and things like that. So caffeine is a culprit probably. But for the most part, I definitely... So sorry. Dang it, kitty. Anyway, sorry guys. It is what it is when you're going live or taping. But I got up and did everything that I needed to do, and from there I have just been trying to stay motivated like the night before and making sure that I write down everything so that when I get up in the morning, I'm definitely going to do what I say I'm going to do. And sometimes, we're imperfect. We may not get it done, but the main thing is to try and make sure. I think like even with doing the YouTube videos, Ozzy knocking down my camera, showing you that that we are imperfect. We all have issues and make mistakes. So there's nothing wrong with helping each other and trying to stay motivated. No, come here. Sorry guys. He is just the weird spot that he's in. It's making me come close to the camera. And then he's in a section and I can't get him out of it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dankeschön. But anyway, I like doing things like cooking. I was watching, there's so much on TikTok, there's stuff on Instagram, YouTube for that matter, that show you how to make different things. I like putting different things together. I'm a big person on like herbs and seasonings. So I like to take herbs and seasonings and mix them together, and I kind of can say, ooh, that would taste good together, that would taste good together. So I love doing recipes and things of that nature. But I feel like in order for you to stay motivated, you have to do all the things that make you feel good. Even for those of you who are supposed to be in school but aren't in school, I know you don't get recess anymore, but this is an opportunity to take yourself outside or in your backyard, in your neighborhood, with your family, because I don't guess you can go to other people's families right now just because of the coronavirus. But try to do some of the things that you wish you could do when you're in school but you can't do. So like you're in school, you're at your desk, you have to do your math, and you're looking out the window wishing you could be walking outside enjoying the sun or what have you. But whatever it is that makes you happy, do it. Okay, do it. And for me, one of my biggest things is I write things down and then I check them off. And by checking them off, I not only feel motivated to get to the next item on my list, but I also feel excited about making a new list. So some days we get to it, some days we don't, but we can continue to strive to do our very, very best. And just keep in mind that this too shall pass, and you know what right is. So be right, be fair, be healthy, be safe, be considerate, and most importantly, don't spit on people's stuff, don't sneeze on people's stuff, don't pee in people's yard. Just saw the Amazon guy delivering a package, and people have Ring. Ring is this doorbell with a camera. Don't be stupid. Don't be peeing in people's yards. Matter of fact, he went behind his van to check because he locked himself out. Duh. He should have just peed behind the van. Nobody would have known. Just saying. But at the same time, it doesn't even matter. Pee in your own yard. Okay? And as we depart, I wanted to tell you about a few of my favorite things is dipping powder. I could not do my nails, so I used some dipping powder, and it worked out pretty well for me. So I will put that on my site as well. And I wish you all, again, a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And I hope that everything that needs to be done gets done in your life, because I'm working on it in mine. Bye-bye. Stay motivated.